Hello everybody, it is me, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today, oh boy. I got a little bit of a problem here. And it's not a serious problem. Let me explain. Remember a couple of months ago, or maybe like a year ago, that I explained the one problem I had with Legendary Godzilla, and that being he is easily hurt by military weapons. That was the only problem I had with Legendary Godzilla, and the fact that he constantly needs help from the humans in order to win a fight. I don't think I said that in the previous video, but I said it in this video. Yeah, those are the only problems I had with Legendary Godzilla. And I still do. Well, that's if until Godzilla X Kong the New Empire changes that. If it changes that, then I'll no longer have a problem with Legendary Godzilla. But this is not about Godzilla. Oh no. This is about Rwby. Now I know what you guys could be wondering. Which character do I have a problem with? Well, starts with a Y and ends with a G. That's right, I'm talking about Blake. No, not Blake. Yang. I'm talking about Yang Xiaolong, Rwby's quote-unquote half-sister. Now, before I start this video, I want to explain that this is my personal thoughts and opinions. If you guys like Yang, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But these are just simply my thoughts and opinions. Yang, to me, is the worst character in this entire damn series. Now, the reason why I say this is mainly because, for starters, she has no meaningful conversations or important conversations with Rwby. Not even one simple conversation. It's like the two are not even siblings. She doesn't spend time with Rwby, but instead she's more focused on her time with Blake. Now, I am not a fan of Bumblebee. I hope I get that out loud and clear. I am not a fan of Bumblebee. I don't ship the two. I just see Blake and Yang as friends. So, I'm sorry for most Bumblebee shippers out there if you're watching this video, but again, this is just my personal opinion. Not only that, but Yang doesn't even involve with the conversations about Summer frickin' Rose. Yang, Supermom, Rwby's biological mother. I want to get this out loud and clear. Yang is not involved with these conversations. She knows Summer longer than Rwby does. Hell, she was raised by this woman. Summer Rose raised Yang after her best friend, Raven, abandoned her. And yet, Yang is not even a part of these conversations that Rwby and Crow are having. Rwby and Crow talk about Summer. Whenever the topic of Summer Rose comes up, or when there's a moment that involves a conversation about Summer, Yang is not there. She's just not to be a part of it. She's just not there. But instead, she's just way too busy flirting with Blake. And that's somehow almost a few people have a problem with Bumblebee. Anyways, sorry about that. Yeah, Yang is just not the character for me, honestly. And plus, let's take a look at Volume 9, Episode 7. The number one episode that I despised out of the entirety of Rwby Volume 9. Rwby Volume 9, Episode 7. Episode 7 is, to me, the worst episode ever. It's not just on how the way it went. But basically, I have a grudge against not one, but two characters. Now I know what you guys are going to be wondering. Who's the second character? Jean. Jean is the second character I have a deep grudge against. Not as bad as Yang, but... Well, actually, no, I take it back. It's worse than Yang. Because... Well, I'm not going to... Today's not about Jean. It's about Yang. When Yang... No, not Yang. When Rwby finally snaps, Yang's just going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to protect my girlfriend instead of trying to calm you down or be like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Do you need to talk? No. She gets freaking mad and just be like, oh, I'm just going to protect her. Now, I know what you guys are going to be wondering, or going to be saying like, oh, well, Yang didn't see that coming, so she couldn't not have known that. The fact that this is Rwby's older sister, and the fact that these two characters, Rwby and Yang, have sisters. They share the same father but different mothers. Yang is the worst character out of this entire series. I am sorry, Kingdom Hearts 3. I am sorry to most of my friends, or to most of my fans out there who like Yang, but I am sorry, this is the worst character. Because she's just basically flat out focused on wanting to be with Blake. That is just her main mission. Ever since Blake and Yang met, that has just been her main mission. Just try to hook up with Blake. She doesn't even care about Rwby. They only have one meaningful conversation, and that was back in Volume 3. Volume 3. Volume freaking 3. Imagine that. The interactions between Rwby and Yang are just awful. Because they're not even meant to be an interaction. At this point, Yang is doing the exact opposite of supporting her sister. She is doing the opposite. She is just ignoring her sister entirely. She's just been ignoring Rwby entirely, which is not cool. This is your freaking baby sister, and you're just going to pretend she's not even there? Like, what the hell? What is wrong with you? Are you just that dead focused on flirting with Blake, but you don't even realize your family members? Zoltan and I write fan fiction stories, and we don't even have one of our characters to have a family member who acts like this. Sure, maybe I did in the past. Maybe I did make a character who was like that. But that was in the past. That was the old me. The new me is different. Whenever for your family member, let alone friend, is acting weird and you know them for a pretty long period of time, and you notice that they're acting weird or behaving weird, you don't freaking ignore them. You talk to them. Yang, you stupid idiot. You stupid idiot. You have done none of that. You just been dead focused on flirting with Blake, but you don't even realize that your sister is in pain. And when Jean yells at her, she doesn't even bother trying. And when Jean yells at Rwby, Yang doesn't even bother trying to protect her, let alone get pissed. at Jean for blaming everything on Rwby. It's not cool. That is not... At this point, Yang doesn't even deserve to be Rwby's half-sister. She's going to continue being like that towards Rwby. Like, this is your baby sister, and you're just going to ignore her entirely? I kind of wish I was there so I could slap Yang in the face and say, you are the dumbest character I have ever met. You're the worst big sister I have ever met. Hell, when they arrived at Beacon, she left Rwby alone for 5 minutes to make friends on her own. For starters, let me process that. Let me explain. You don't leave your family members at school, one of your family members alone at school like that. You don't leave them behind like that. You're, like, think about this, guys. Think about this. You don't, like, you're in school and there's going to be a lot of mother frickin' guys there. There's going to be perverts. There's going to be creeps. There's going to be stalkers. They're going to be there watching Rwby, acting all drooly, doing things weird that I don't want to get into right now. And Yang, at this point, doesn't even care. She's like, oh, I don't really care. I'm just going to make Rwby make friends on her own. Oh. Because I want her to get out of her shell. There's a better way for that to happen, Yang. A much better way. You don't have to be exactly... Okay, hold on. In the Rwby companion book, it says that she's extremely protective. I call bullcrap on that. And the writers consider her Yang being happy for her sister is her being overprotective. I just want to point out how bad that is. I just want to point out how bad that is. Let me bring an example. I cannot believe I'm about to do this. But I don't care. Let's look at Inuyasha and Kagome. Yes, I said it. Inuyasha and Kagome. Now, I know what you guys could be wondering. I thought I hate Kagome. You thought you hate Kagome. You thought that I hate Kagome. I do. But let's look at this, honestly. Inuyasha has shown to be extremely overprotective of Kagome in several times. Several times, may I say. Several hundred times. Inuyasha has been protective of Kagome. He has not even allowed one person to even go near or touch Kagome. He's just been flat out protective. He has just been acting like a true boyfriend to Kagome and being extremely overprotective. I don't support Inuyasha x Kagome. I support Inuyasha x Kikyo. But the reason why I am bringing out this example is to show you guys what a true overprotective person will do.